What's up, you guys? It's Jonno! Today I wanted to do a quick video about what happens when you transfer lucky Pokemon into Let's Go! So I'm taking some lucky Pokemon out of my Pokemon Go account. These are unnecessary luckies that are not very good IVs anyway, and I don't plan to use them for anything, so I'm just going to transfer them over to my Nintendo Switch and my Pokemon Let's Go account. I'm just picking a few here that I know will be fairly worthless. I'm not really going to use a Nidoqueen. I'm not really going to use a lucky Kangaskhan, for example. Most of you probably already know this, but I'll mention it for the sake of the video. Pokemon Go has made some changes to the Pokemon game, whereas Poison does not do drip damage, Burn does not do drip damage, electric Pokemon don't get paralysis, all kinds of things like that. So it changes what Pokemon are actually useful in Pokemon Go. So a Kangaskhan, for example, is completely useless in Pokemon Go. It just doesn't have any particular function in the game. There's way better Pokemon that have the same function as that Pokemon, so it becomes entirely useless. It's very, very wrong. I wish that it wasn't that way, but hey, that is the way that it goes in Pokemon Go. Oh well, so we'll say bye-bye to these guys and let them go on over to my Pokemon Let's Go account, and then we will pick up over there once we get these transferred. Alright, you guys, so here we are in the world of Pokemon Let's Go, and we're gonna bring some of these Pokemon over. Now, I just want to show all of this footage so you guys don't act like, OMG, Jonno faked this content. This isn't really the same Pokemon that he just transferred over from his Pokemon Go account. They're different Pokemon! And I'm like, look, you guys, I swear, I would take more work to fake this stuff. It wouldn't be worth it anyway. So, I mean, it's just an example video. It's just a demonstration. So, this is my particular take on what happens when you bring over lucky Pokemon. Maybe not everybody will have the exact same experience as me, but you should be able to expect a very similar experience. The short answer of what happens, before we get into this, I'll just let you guys know in case you're really curious. What really happens? Well, it looks like lucky Pokemon in Pokemon Go have an IV floor, and they're guaranteed to get certain good IVs. And in Pokemon Let's Go, it appears that those lucky Pokemon come over with very good IVs, and I was able to prove that throughout the course of this video. Let's go ahead and catch a couple of these Pokemon that I brought over. Now, if you'll recall, I brought over the two lucky Nidoqueens, the lucky Hypno, and the lucky Ninetales. I'm going to catch a few of these and we'll go ahead and check the IVs in the game. You can see the original trainer was Organic Jonno YT, caught in Sacramento, California. That's me. Hey, so we got this female Nidoqueen. I have no use for this Nidoqueen, unfortunately. So we are just going to catch this thing really quickly, check the IVs on it, and then catch a couple more and check the IVs on those and see what we come out with as far as any kind of consistent pattern with these lucky Pokemon. That's all we're really looking for here, is some kind of a consistent pattern. Now, I also want to catch some non-lucky Pokemon to give you an example of what those are going to look like after you catch them as well. So let's go ahead and catch this Nidoqueen here. Let's give her the golden Raz just so we can speed this up a little bit. Alright, and here we go. Let's catch this thing. Can we get the excellent throw? No! Very close though. Alright, very, very close. Now, once we get this thing caught, we can go ahead and check the IVs. Unfortunately, you cannot check the IVs from within the Go Park. I don't really know why they don't allow you to access the menu from the Go Park, so you must catch and then leave the Go Park in order to IV your specimens. And there is that excellent throw that we were looking for, and this should be an easy catch after we throw a million gajillion balls. I don't know why they're easy to catch sometimes and hard to catch other times. In the Go Park, it can be very, very difficult to secure your catch. So anyway, you do end up using a lot of berries and a lot of balls in the Go Park. You can also get catch streaks in Go Park. You guys may not know this, but you can get catch streaks in Go Park. I was able to get an 11 or 12 catch streak on the Kangaskhan's that I brought over, and I used those Kangaskhan's to do shiny hunting for Kangaskhan in the game. So I got about an 11 or 12 streak. Then the Pokemon start spawning more frequently, so I went to the area where they spawn, and I was able to catch up to the 31 streak and then start chaining and getting those good spawns with the really high spawn rate of like 4, 5, 6, sometimes even 7 of the same Pokemon on the screen at the same time. That is some super good shiny hunting. Now let's go ahead and bounce out of here. We have to check out the summary real quick. It says we have 14 of our Kangaskhan's in here. Alright, 14 of those bad boys. That's a really good catch combo right there. But we cannot get to the menu, so let's go ahead and bounce out of here, and we will go and look at the IVs of this lucky Pokemon that we brought over from Pokemon Go. Now, interestingly, it does not say it was a lucky Pokemon. It does not reference that it is any particular special Pokemon. It doesn't have any kind of aura around it like you might expect, like they have in Pokemon Go. They have that kind of aura. So, it's interesting that it just shows it as a regular old Pokemon that came over from the Go complex. However, it does have amazing stats. And it's pretty rare that you would catch something that good without a catch combo. Now, some of you may know this, some of you may not know this. If you get a 31 catch combo of any particular Pokemon, you are guaranteed to catch Pokemon of that species with 4 perfect IVs. 4 out of 6 perfect IVs. So that's why some people catch combo while they're shiny hunting, because they want to get a very good specimen on that particular shiny. So just because we caught one of these lucky Pokemon and it had good IVs doesn't necessarily prove anything, although it kind of does, because you can't really catch Pokemon with that good IVs in the wild without a catch combo, although you could get some crazy fluke maybe and just catch some high IV Pokemon. So we're gonna go back to the well and catch ourselves one of these lucky Pokemon and just see what the IVs on this one are. Alright, so we got to do a nice little experiment here. We have to make sure that we don't just check one Pokemon, call it a day. Alright, we're being scientific here, right? Something like that. So let's go ahead and catch this thing. Now, one thing I do want to mention, Ninetales is beautiful. Wow, look at that stunning 1080p beauty. Alright, I love the graphics on this game. They did such an amazing job. And of course, there are shinies for every single Pokemon in this game, and they are litty like Skitty. If you guys want to see any shiny Pokemon, you should definitely tune in to my live stream series. We've been doing this live stream series since the game came out, since the very first night that it was available, and it is lit, you guys. We've been having a great time. I got shiny Lapras, I got shiny Mewtwo, I got shiny Machop, got shiny Charmander, I got shiny Geodude, got shiny Lickitung, I got shiny Ditto. Oh my goodness, I have a lot of shinies. So anyway, stop by the live stream, you guys. It's lit. Come on by. Now, as you can see, this Ninetales also has amazing stats. That would be one crazy fluke to get 2 in a row that have amazing stats. So I'm saying this is proven. If you get a lucky Pokemon out of Pokemon Go, transfer it over to Pokemon Let's Go, it is guaranteed to have amazing stats. So if you have, I don't know, a lucky Mewtwo or something that you want to send over, you would have a really good Mewtwo. Now, I personally wouldn't send over lucky legendaries. It's so hard to get a lucky legendary in the first place, and you could always get a crappy legendary and then spend a week getting bottle caps from Vermilion City, and then you would be able to max out your Mewtwo. So there's no reason to try and bring one over that has particularly good IVs, and plus it might not even get the right nature. You don't get any guarantees on the nature. So if you do bring over a good lucky Pokemon, make sure you set the nature before you catch it. That way you get the good IVs and the good nature. So before we wrap up this video, I do want to show you guys a crappy Pokemon, but like I said earlier, there is no way to tell which ones were the lucky ones and which ones were not the lucky ones. So I'm basically just gonna catch a few of these Kangaskhan's and then we'll go check the IVs on some of them. Now, statistically, most of the ones that I catch right here should not be the lucky ones, because I only brought over a couple of lucky ones and I brought over a whole bunch of really crappy ones. But who knows, maybe the 2 that I catch are going to be the 2 lucky ones that I brought. So that's why I'm going to catch 3, and at least one of them should have really bad IVs. But I mean, in a perfect world where statistics actually work, then we should get mostly the bad IV ones and maybe not even get any of the lucky ones. So they may all have bad IVs. So we're going to check out which ones we actually were able to get after we catch these. So once again, I do want to cover what we talked about in this video. If you bring over lucky Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Let's Go, they will be really good IVs. If you're going to do that, then you should make sure you set the nature before you catch them. That way they're guaranteed to have a good nature. Since we caught a couple of these off camera, I didn't want to make you guys watch any more catches. They take forever, but I did catch a bunch of them and cut it out. Now let's go ahead and check on these Pokemon that we just caught. We've got a couple of these Kangaskhan's, and they should be mostly bad IVs and maybe like one good IV one. Okay, so let's go ahead and check the summary there. What do we have for these Kangaskhan's? Now they all got random natures. I don't really understand what determines the nature. They seem to be fairly random. No particular nature given. They all have different natures. Let's check the IVs, see what we got. What did we get here? Okay stats, all right, and then amazing stats, and I believe that 2 of them, possibly just one of them, have amazing stats. All right, so there's the one with the amazing stats, and it looks like we do have 2 that have okay stats, and those are going to be the non-lucky ones that we brought over. And then it looks like we did manage to grab one of the lucky ones. Again, you can't tell which ones are lucky, so you can, like, I only brought over 1 Ninetales, and that Ninetales was lucky, so I know that I caught the lucky one. But I mass brought over Kangaskhan, so if it is important to you and you don't want to have to catch every single one, just bring the luckies first, and then you can bring over the other ones. Anyway, you guys, that is going to be the end for this quick video. I hope that it was informative for you, and if it was, please drop a like. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my amazing subscribers, and peace!